Hello folks, so today I'm going to tie a wee fly called a grunter. Not difficult to tie. The main thing being there's two hackles on it, and body in the CDC's pretty basic, but we'll get kicked on here and get started. So the hook and the vise is a size 12 wet fly hook. The thread I'm going to use is 12-0 sheer from Gordon Griffiths and Brown. So we'll just get started behind the eye of the hook. Roll on a few turns. Come on then, trim away that excess. Return the thread back up towards the eye of the hook and leave yourself a gap of about 5mm behind the eye. Come on then with our CDC. Now what I have here is 5 plumes of CDC. So have these all gathered together and the ends all made up as best I can. Now what you want to do is measure the length of the shank of your hook and run that out over the head of the fly. So come on and give a few tight turns over that. Lift the CDC back and run a few turns underneath the CDC. Bring our thread back round again. Come on then with our scissors and cut that CDC away. That tipper cut towards the rear of the hook. So come on then with our thread and tie down them loose ends in the CDC and run our thread towards the rear of the hook. And when you come down, come on round the bend of the hook slightly. You just want to come down just under the bend of the hook. Now the next part in the fly, because this is a dry fly, we're looking to keep as much width off it as possible. So this is gold tinsel rather than gold wire. So just take off a wee piece of gold tinsel, lay that down against the shank of the hook and give a few turns over that and tie it down tight. And our thread back towards the rear again. Now the body on the fly, this is dark natural and pearl dubbing from David Eady from WALDO'S TROOT fleas. So just come on and take out a wee pinch of a dubbing. Dub that under our thread. This is really nice dubbing from David Eady. It's really easy dubbed on. We'll slide the dubbing little up. Give one full turn and tighten that on. And then start winding your dubbing little up the body of the fly. Now there isn't enough there, but we're going to stop short anyway because we've 2 hackles at the head of the fly. So come on then, another wee punch on there, just to bring that on up. And as I say, don't come right up tight to the CDC. You want to leave around about a 5mm gap again, because we have the soft hackle as well as the dry fly hackle. They go on at the head of the fly. Now you bring your rub, you have a full turn at the back, and then start bringing that rub up through the fly in the opposite direction will be dubbed on, and that just secures on that hare's ear. So turn over and a turn behind, turn over and a turn behind, secures that down. Come on, knock away that excess. One more, a couple of turns over that just to secure that down. Now, I'll give you a wee bit of advice. If you're interested in tying the like of this, or even clink hammers, or any kind of dry fly, invest your money in a half decent dry fly kit. This makes the world of difference to trying to tie the like of this, or trying to tie clink hammers or whatever else. The extra few pounds spent buying, you'll see the length on the dry fly hackle. The extra few pounds spent on a decent dry fly kit is the difference between tying these flies and them being reasonably easy, and tying them and having to put on maybe 6 or 7 different hackles before you get one that suits. The like of a kit like that, the long term benefits of it outweigh the price of the kit. You could go through 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 different cheap kits, whereas if you buy yourself a decent dry fly kit, you've all them fillers sitting at hand, and you can pick off the one that suits the fly that you're tying. So I'll just tie this dry fly hackle on, secure that down, and run the thread back down to your tying on point. Come on then with our scissors and cut away that excess stock. So our soft hackle, I have a partridge feather here that I've removed from a partridge wing. So I have the feather here, and I've stripped down the fluff off the bottom. So I'll get my pliers, hold on to that tip, and pull down the fibres on the soft hackle. So come on then, right. Just want to even this up first. Come on then with our scissors and knock away that excess top. Do we leave ourselves a wee triangle to tie on? Flip a vise over. Come on then, we. This is tying wax on a somewhere to a prut stick. Just come on and give a wee run of wax just to hold down that soft hackle. Lay that down against the shank and give a run up through that just to hold that hackle tight. So lift your CDC back and give a couple of turns in behind the CDC, and I always throw on a half hitch to stop the thread bumping and knocking off the end of the hook. Get our hackle pliers, grab hold of that stock and wind on that soft hackle filler. Now don't get hung up if this kinks over on itself or you're pulling fibres down, because when the dry fly hackle goes up through this, it holds the the soft hackle fibres for us. So you want to run that up through, and you'll probably only get 2 turns out of the soft hackle. When you get to the head of the fly, pull everything towards the rear, pull your stock forward, and just come on then and secure that stock down with 3 or 4 turns. Come on then, I'll flip this over. Come on and knock away that excess stock. Before we bring our dry fly hackle up, just throw on an RW half inch just to stop that thread pulling off. So before we bring the dry fly hackle up, pull the filler down out of the way, and all them soft hackle fibres, just give them a wee lift just to separate them out and pull them up from the bottom of the fly. And that just wakes them up for us to run on our dry fly hackle. So your dry fly hackle, you want to get this started, and you want the shiny side pointing up a ways and the light side pointing down. So if you start winding that on, and run that up through our soft hackle, start to push it back down again then, where we pull that up, start to push it back down and slalom your dry fly hackle up through that soft hackle. I have used a partridge filler. You can use anything at all you want. I've tied other ones with woodcock. So as I say, you can use whatever soft hackle you choose. Now, a wee bit of advice that I will give: don't over hackle. If you put on the dry fly hackle too heavy, you're losing the movement in the soft hackle, which is the reason why it's called the Grunter. As when that CDC's bobbing, the soft hackle fibres is able to move. So if you hackle that too heavy with dry fly hackle, you're basically tying a dry fly. So as I say, just be careful with the turns of the dry fly hackle that you're putting on. So now our hackle's brought to the front, pull everything towards the rear, keep our dry fly hackle pulled towards the front. Come on then and give our tight turns over that dry fly filler. I'll flip this over again so you can see it. Pull out that dry fly filler. Come on and knock that out. So any fibres that we've trapped underneath the thread, just come on and tidy them up now that we're here. So the last part now is our whoop finish. So what I do is I get this is just tie and varnish in a brush. Come on and run on about an inch of tie and varnish down the thread. Grab all our fibres, pull them towards the rear. Come on then and give her 3 or 4 turn whoop finish. behind the eye of the hook. Pull everything tight. Come on then, knock away that excess. Turn our fly round in the vise. Take the time then and just come on and pull out that dry fly and soft hackle. So the last piece, you don't have to do this, but I do. It's something I do even with my emergers that I tie with CDC. I like to come on them, gather all the CDC together, and just come on them, flatten off the top of the CDC. As I say, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's something that I do that I prefer. I just prefer the square top. So I mentioned this before in one of the other videos. This is CDC oil. I just come on then and a wee drop of CDC oil through that, and then just work that on through with my finger and thumb, just to make that CDC more buoyant. It takes a wee while for that CDC oil to dry on, but that's essentially your grunter. As I say, not very much to it apart from the awkwardness of turning on two hackles. But the thing I'll say is, that's what makes this easier or more difficult. Now I have this one. I also have this. That's another cock cape. Now the difference on I'll show you. I'll pull off one of the fibres in this and one of the ones on the dry fly. So this is from, I'll take this fly out. This is from this one here. Now don't get me wrong, it's a good enough cape and round the neck, but any of the bigger fillers are wasted. So all you have really is that wee patch at the top that's worth anything for tying the liquid dries and things that we need small fillers for. So that's the filler off one, that one there, and that's the filler off a dry fly cape. Now you can see the difference in the two, especially for tying dry flies. The difference is immense, like. And as I say, if you're interested in tying grunters or clink hammers or any kind of hackle dries, invest your money in. I'm not telling you to buy a dear one. There's plenty of reasonably priced dry fly capes out there, but if you're interested in tying clink hammers or grunters or suspenders or any kind of hackle dry fly, invest your money in a half decent dry fly cape. So that's your grunter, folks. I hope that was helpful to you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. As I say, every couple of days I do a different video. And the only place I post them is on our own fishing group on Fish. So if you're not on it, you'll not know they're there. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, unless it's, I think Andy Humphreys posts them on his page. WALDO'S posted a few on his. But as I say, if you're interested in the flies that I'm tying, subscribe to the channel. I'm not doing this to make money, not by any means. If you watch the videos, there's no advertisements at all. As I say, I'm not doing it to make money. I'm doing it to try and help people in any way I can. I'm no master fly tyer, but the flies that I tie work, and that's what it's all about. It's all about catching fish. So, thanks for watching, folks, and until the next time, tight lines.